Hey, I'm Not So Trainer, and what about the evil team for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet? Let's get into it. One of the key aspects of Pokémon is the evil team that we constantly encounter during gameplay. We find out about their plans, battle them over and over again, and eventually come out victorious after a huge showdown with their boss close to where the game's legendary lies. I am a huge fan of evil teams. I even made a series about them like half a year ago, but I can say that these last few games satisfied my need for evil. Pokémon Sun and Moon had the Aether Foundation and Team Skull, which were fine, but since we were chasing around Team Skull for the whole game, it just didn't feel the same. And Sword and Shield was just not that good of a showcase for evil teams. Team Yell was the team we were dealing with, which weren't even evil and mostly just very annoying. After we find out about Rose, we get to deal with Macrocosmos for like 5 battles or something, and that's it. I love the businessman evil persona, but it just felt very flat here. The way I see it, there are 3 ways they can approach the evil team concept in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. The boring way, the realistic way, and the Doomsday way. Also, please let me know your ideas for evil teams in the comments down below, I love to read those. And now let me explain my thoughts. For the boring way, it's very easy. They will follow the same notes of Team Yell and Team Skull. Just very annoying people that block passage but don't really have an evil purpose per se. Battles will not mean a lot and their end goal will not align in any way with the theme of the game, or if it does, it will play second fiddle to it like Team Skull to the Aether Foundation. In this case, they could simply be like part of a gang, maybe even pirate inspired, to keep up with the ocean theme of Portugal and Spain. I think I speak for everyone though when I say I don't want this one. We need actual evil this time. Now we have the realistic way and the Doomsday way. While the latter has become the norm ever since Gen 3, there's a lot that can be said about the former, and that's where we'll start. The realistic evil team is the one where everything started, and to this day, one of the best, Team Rocket. Giovanni only had 2 goals, and they had nothing to do with the destruction of the world or universe. Those goals were money and power. What makes the whole concept of Team Rocket such a great one is that, unlike those that followed, they are something that we can believe in. We know things like that exist, power-hungry businessmen that run organizations, like for example the various mafia around the world, from La Cosa Nostra to Bratva to Boryokudan. This concept would fit right in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. We've seen various treasures in the trailer, probably referencing the Age of Discovery, and we've also seen what looks like a ruin in the desert where we see the Stonejourner. Where there are ruins, there are relics, and where there are relics, there is money to be made. An evil team focused on stealing artifacts, which could have powers related to the legendaries, not because they want to destroy the world, but simply because those who control the legendaries hold a lot of power in their hands. The same way Giovanni wasn't creating Mewtwo for any other reason than to have what he considered to be the most powerful Pokémon. And lastly, we have the Doomsday way. This is self-explanatory, an evil team that wants to destroy the world, or at least cause great harm to it and those living in it. We've seen this in pretty much every single evil team since Team Aqua and Team Magma made their way into our little Game Boy Advance screens. We actually just lived through another example again, with Cyrus and his plan to rewrite the universe in the Sinnoh remakes. It's hard to say what I actually expect from something like this in a game we know nothing about yet, but I have a theory that Light will play a big part in the game and even in the legendaries in the form of Starlight, and I can see a team that simply wants to steal the light. I know it sounds weird and it has the same energy of Mr. Burns blocking out the sun, but light is associated with so many things. Knowledge is light, and we've seen a room full of objects that imply the search for knowledge in the beginning of the trailer. And everyone is searching for knowledge in their own way and with their own goals. An evil team focused on bringing one thing and one thing only, the Endless Night, which is also the name of a Darkrai themed deck from way back in the day. The only issue with this are the similarities to Necrozma and events of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, since stealing light is exactly what Necrozma did in Ultra Megalopolis. So the legend of Necrozma can be the inspiration for this evil team's actions if we consider that there are many Gen 7 Pokémon still missing from the Switch games, which can point out to some references to Alola. And those are my ideas for evil teams in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. It's very hard to theorize when you know so little about the game, but it's also very fun, so don't forget to tell me your ideas in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokémon content. Also ring the bell so you know the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, I stream there Wednesday to Sunday, not Saturday, or join our Discord, all the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.